You know, I was fortunate to go to Rob Furlong's Marksmanship Academy, and Rob Furlong is well known from the Canadian military. He had set a world record for the sniper shot years ago. Extremely nice fella, very knowledgeable about shooting, and he really helped me to understand parallax. Now, most people that buy a really good scope, and anyone that's buying a scope for long distance, needs to understand what the wheel on the left side of their scope is for. It's the parallax adjustment, and most people refer to it as the focus. But it's way more than focus, and it is a critical component to being on target at greater distances. Let me show you real quickly what I mean. The easiest way to understand parallax is if we had a deer and we were at 100 yards and this is your scope, you'd have a straight line to where you wanted to shoot. But if you're back here at 400 yards, you actually have to be shooting well above your animal to compensate for bullet drop. So the center of your scope is way up here and not where the deer is. So what the parallax adjustment does is it actually brings that deer back into the center of your scope as well as focuses your aiming point. So don't count on it as just a focus. If you're in focus, you're going to be close to being perfectly on track on the deer, but it's actually a precise calibration in order to make sure that you're dead on, and we'll show you quickly how to do that. The easiest way to adjust your parallax is to find a way to put your rifle or your scope, if you want to just look at it through a scope, set it up so that it's not moving. Find a target that's out there 150 to 250 yards, and you look at it through your scope. And when you adjust the parallax, you can see it's going to come into focus, but then to tell if it's really keyed in, move your head back and forth behind the reticle. And what you'll see is the reticle moves on your target. When you adjust the parallax correctly, when you move your head back and forth, those crosshairs will stay exactly on the same point to your target. So to adjust it, to fine tune it, to get it exact, you want those crosshairs where they're not moving back and forth by moving your head. They stay locked exactly where you want your bullet to hit. So most scopes are going to give you a calibration on the parallax wheel that is an approximate yardage to your target. Those are great for getting you close, but make sure you dial it in. If you've read the instructions on your scope, you maybe understand parallax, you maybe don't. You don't need it on your rifle to figure out how to use it. You can take this out, set it on the hood of a truck, on a woodpile or something, find a target and dial that in, move your head, and you're gonna quickly see that it's really critical that you adjust that parallax specifically. So the first thing I do on a long range shot, I got a deer at 540 yards. I lay down, get my rifle fully rested, get behind, move my head as I do the parallax adjustment until the crosshairs lock onto the deer. There's no more movement. You're then ready to squeeze the trigger and see if you can hold that rifle dead still.